Welcome to the Toke&Trans. What do I say? Welcome to the Toke&Trans podcast, where we talk life, love, and getting high. Grab a J and join us. We do not condone the consumption of illicit activities with anyone under the age of 21.
Welcome back to the Toke&Trans podcast. It's been a while.
It's been too long. We had a couple weeks, a little blip, but we're good. We're back. We're here with you guys. I had surgery. I had some family things going on. So we have been busy over here, but we're back and happy to be back. And I have had top surgery now. So.
Don't be so happy about it.
Oh my gosh. I cannot even explain to you. I can't explain it really. It's hard to explain all of the things that I'm feeling with my chest, that it's taking me literally every day, every couple hours really, to digest the next piece of like this. That's where my scar looks like in this spot, or my nipples look like this, or I'll pull my shirt tight and be like, what is this? It's pretty much just like, I feel like I woke up in someone else's body. I'm like trying to figure it out, trying to like someone else's that was but mine. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's I'm just like starting to get used to it and starting to get to know my body. So I wanted to make sure and come on here and make an episode with you guys about my surgery day, and my appointment after the day after.
How's I bet the well, you know, because I'm sure we're feeling similar things, because I also had top surgery.
You did what now?
I also had top surgery.
Ooh, this has been a year.
Right. So it also like that feeling, and like this is a new body, especially if when you're like numb.
Right.
Because then
so
you're like,
it's yours, but you can't feel it.
Right. It's like, am I dissociating right now?
Exactly. You're like, this part's mine. Whose is this? This part's mine.
Right.
From top to bottom.
Right. Exactly. We're like, okay, me. Who the fuck? Me. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like someone's arms over the top of you, or but no pressure, no weight. No, it's just such a strange feeling. Yes.
Yeah. It's good though, right?
It's amazing. It's changed so much for me, and like just taking a breath, and it's just I feel very lucky to be able to get it, and very blessed to be able to get it, the surgery in general. And that's just been keeping a lot of, it's been like heavy on my mind, just lots of gratitude. Yeah. And that was kind of how I was feeling the week before, or the day before surgery too. It was like a lot of gratitude, but a lot of nerves, of being nervous, of like, I was mainly nervous about my nipples. I don't know why.
You were. I was like, you were really worried. One of the last messages you sent me was in all caps. It says, "You better put my nipples in the right place." You were so worried about nipple placement, and I was like, well, you've seen his results, right? You've liked his nipple placement and all the other results, right? And you're like, yeah, but
yeah. No, I don't know. I guess I was like, too small is fine, too big is fine, but the placement, I don't know. I was just so nervous, and it was really, the day before, I was trying to just basically distract myself. And it was really nice because I got the call saying that I was the first appointment surgery of the day. So I had to be there at 6 o'clock, which means I didn't have to like wait a super long time to not eat or drink, or like to like sit there and be anxious. So that made me super happy. And then I realized, wait, like my time with my chest is now cut even more short. Like I'm going to wake up and they're taking them off. It's not going to be like the last day or whatever. So the night before, we had a lot of, I had a lot of fun. Me and Kayla were taking pictures of them, just like trying to remember them, but like also be like, all right, see ya, it's been great. But
right, just like to show gratitude to your body for carrying you to this point, and now it's time to say goodbye. And yeah, absolutely.
I made extra specific time because of what you said about when you did that. So I specifically even made time at the Airbnb to do that, because I knew that, like, you know, you can't go back and like have them back on again or like see them, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Right.
I did feel like I needed to say like, thank you for being that like protective. I don't know. I wasn't very associated to them, but it was important, I thought, especially after you had told me about that.
Yeah, for me it was just like my body, I am not my body. You know, obviously my body is my vessel. I reside within it. My body is my home. And my home has been a certain way for 31 years. And then all of a sudden I'm doing this great renovation, which is going to take a toll on my body.
Right.
So it felt like I needed to take a moment to not only show my body gratitude for making it to 31 and for being as healthy as I can feasibly be right now with my conditions, and for carrying me through the healing process, and for being a healthy enough body to allow me to get this kind of surgery. So for me, it was just kind of like that, like saying like, thank you for allowing me to do this to you. Right. Kind of, you
Thanks
know,
for keeping
like,
up, bro.
right, exactly. And like, we're going to go through this. It's going to be hard, but we're going to go through it together, and you're going to feel lighter and I'm going to feel lighter, and we're going to exist together
more peacefully.
Much better.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that, yeah, I think that it's a nice little ritual to have before, and it's okay to have fun with it. Like, it doesn't have to be like a, you suck, you know, like, I hate you.
Yeah.
Know, like,
or even a super serious thing. Like, that was like the morning of, like, when we finally went in back to the surgery area. It was like or like not the surgery area, but like our actual back room. It was so much easier for me to be goofy, and like it's so much easier to be lighthearted about things. I feel like it helps you that, you know, like
yes,
digest it easier and stuff. It was nice that, like, because Kayla was with me, and I was like thankful that she was there, because I find myself being like wanting to make her feel better, like, oh, it's gonna be okay, like, I'm good, we're good, everything's good, kind of thing. And like, so I was being extra goofy to make her laugh, which in turn her laugh was making me feel better. So it was just like the perfect, we were just having a nice morning together, and really doing like what we could to feel good and stuff. And then it didn't take very long before they came back and put like an IV, put something in my IV. And I remember thinking like, still haven't felt anything. Like, it's kind of been a minute, and I haven't felt anything before they were wheeling me back or whatever. I said goodbye to Kayla. I said I loved her, I'll be right back or whatever. And then they wheeled me out of the room. I remember being wheeled out. I remember them, like, it always makes me feel like I should be like rolling along with them, or like I should be like helping them, you know, when they're pushing you in the thing back to the room, like feel like you should be holding something, or like, because they're literally carrying you there. I don't know. But, I was the first surgery of the day, so it was like,
you fucking lucky motherfucker.
You could tell, because everyone was like still putting things up. Everyone was quiet, like they just got there today or whatever. And one of the girls was talking to the other nurse and said, you know, welcome back. And she was like, oh, thank you. And then the side nurse was like, she just got back from maternity leave. And I was like, no freaking way. My wife is pregnant. My wife and I, like, right now. And we were like so excited. And she was like, oh, so she said, oh, really? How far along is she? I said, she's 3 months in. She said, oh, I'm 3 months out.
Oh my God.
And that made me laugh instantly. And I was like more relaxed, because this is all in the OR room. Like, I'm still remembering all of this. And then they switched me over. They asked me to slide myself over to the actual table and to lay back. And then that's the last thing I remember. I don't know how it specifically dropped at that specific time, but But yeah, and then the next thing I know, it was really bright and I was trying to sleep. And the next thing you know, everyone and their mom is trying to freaking wake me up. And I'm like, you guys, I just went through so much. I just need to take a sleep. Okay. Like, leave me alone. This light is way too bright. Kayla, can you turn it off? It's time to sleep now. And they're like, no, sweetie, no, it's time to get up. It's time to get going. And I'm like, I didn't sleep 8 hours the night before. Like, why are we waking me up? Like, looking back, I still think we should have let me nap a little longer, but no, whatever. It's fine.
They gotta get you out, dude. That's so fucking funny.
Kayla's like, I saw the video later of Kayla like rubbing my head. She's like, hey, come on, it's time to wake up. And I'm like, I don't want to.
She said, are you ready to get up? And you said, not really.
Not really. Like, you guys respect some boundaries. So they were pretty much saying like, you need to go home and rest. And I kept telling Kayla the whole time that I just wanted to go home. She's like, but you have to wake up to do that. Like, you have to open your eyes. At least open your eyes. We will like maneuver your legs. Like Kayla, I remember Kayla was like putting my boxers on and my pants back. I don't know if my boxers were on or not. No, I don't think I.
No, they weren't. They weren't.
You were there?
No.
Yes, bro. Your jaws were off.
They were for sure gone.
That's when I started realizing they were kicking me out. It was when she was putting my pants on for me. I'm like, damn, okay, fine. And then they put me in a wheelchair and rolled me down while Kayla got the car. And then we got back to the Airbnb. I don't really remember much of it, the driving or back to the Airbnb. And then
you slept.
And then I slept. And then everyone left me alone. And I could put a blanket over my head and just sleep for a while.
You have the grumpiest face
Oh my gosh.
When you sleep, your grump face.
That was I don't always sleep like that. That was at the hotel because the lights were on. So I'm like asleep, but then I'm like you need the second, like your eyes closed are not dark enough. You have to push them down further to get like a second layer for you actually to sleep. So you're like in like this third space. I don't know.
Oh my God, my cheeks. Oh.
The point is, let your people get some sleep. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't.
Bro, they gotta get you out for the next surgery.
There's not enough rooms for me to take a 2-hour nap. I don't know. Kayla said they did try to wake me up for a good hour and a half. I think they did let me stay a little longer than usual. Maybe it's because it was early. I don't know.
They gave me 45 minutes to wake up, and I woke up before the 45 minutes. So I was just laying there waiting for somebody to come in and tell me like everything's good. Yeah.
You woke up, you're like by yourself.
Yeah, I'm just by myself. I'm just sitting there like.
Oh my gosh! You just unlocked silent. A third memory.
Oh my God!
Memory. Yeah, there's that space that they take you after surgery, but before your room to wake up. Okay, I was also in there for an hour. Okay, I see why.
Yeah. That's why, because Kayla was like, they're waiting for him to wake up before they wheel him back to me. And I was like, okay, cool. And then she was like, okay, he's back here. He won't wake up.
What do I do?
Like, the whole reason they wheeled you back there is because you woke up.
They said, no, we're gonna need some backup reinforcements. He ain't waking up.
Oh, it's so funny. They're like, okay, maybe his wife can wake him up.
Exactly. I don't know. Okay, so after they rolled me back to see Kayla and they got me awake and they got me in the car, rolled me down, got me in the car, drove me back to Airbnb. I got some sleep finally. And then when I woke up, it was like 9 o'clock that same day. So it was about time to go back to bed, which was like totally fine with me. And I didn't get much content that day at all.
Yeah.
And the next day, I had an appointment, a post-op appointment, but I didn't I didn't think that I would be seeing it. Like I didn't really think what the appointment was for, But so I wasn't expecting to see my chest when they did. I was just sitting there like all wrapped up in my like the big circle one. It's over there. I'm not going to get it. It wraps all the way around, and they came in, and I thought there was like a shit ton more under my vest thing. I thought there was like a lot more going on under there because I was just like standing very still. And when he just came over and opened it up just right away, he's like, let's take a look, and just opened it up and took the things off, and he was just looking at it, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm not going to look down. I'm not going to look down. What is it? What is it? What is it? And he was like, everything looks great. Love it. Love it. And he turns around, and I just like looked down real quick, and it was just my bolsters on top. But yeah, I could tell that they were gone. I could see everything was it was all completely flat with like these two big balls on my nipples. But the rest was completely flat, and I couldn't even see my scars or anything. I could just barely see. And I was like trying to keep it together, because the guy was still in there, and they were like, their bedside manner could use some extra training, but because they were just fast and in and out and efficient. But while they were doing all that, I was just like, oh my God, like what is happening on my chest? Like I'm so excited. And I was like looking at Kayla, I was like, oh my God, how does it look? And she was like, good, it looks good. And they said that they were going to be right back and I could get dressed again. And as they were walking out, they heard me say, holy shit, because I was just like looking down, and I was just like, holy shit. Oh, whoa, babe, they're gone. And they just thought that was the funniest thing before they shut the door. And then I stood up and got to like just look at it after they were gone. Me and Kayla were just looking at them, and just like looking at my incisions, and I was just elated. It was like relaxed. It was so relaxed, but I was still very nauseous, like not nauseous in the sense like I feel sick, I'm going to throw up. But like after, if I stared at them for too long, my incisions, it started to remind me that just happened. And it made you feel like I just got bitten by a shark. Like, it's like, it's still fresh. Like, okay, like
right.
Take a couple of days to make it feel like, okay, I'm no longer freshly bitten.
Yeah, right. You feel very fragile.
Yeah, very slow.
Because you're like freshly cut open.
Right. Yeah. So we did that appointment, and then we finally got to come home, rest, and all those things. And that was so nice to be back to the house. I slept in the recliner for a couple nights. It still is so much to digest all at once. Like, I'm still sorting it all out. I'm still like looking at my chest and like, what even is this? Throughout that whole first week, even with my nipple bolsters on. And then I had like an appointment at 7 days. So that's when they were going to take my nipple bolsters off for me to see my actual nipples, which for me was the big deal, the great unveiling. Yeah. I did feel a little more confident, because where the bolsters were, even if they were the size of the entire bolster, I was like, I like it. Like, I like that. Like, I think I can work with once they take these off, I think they're going to be in the right spot. So I was feeling a little like more at ease that they weren't too far gone, I guess. They can't be that bad if they're underneath those. So, and I could kind of see how small they were and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because where my bolsters were and where my nipples were, there was like a circle on the inside, like towards the center of my chest. Like they put my nipples here, but they drew the circles a little bit in. And like during surgery, you could tell he was like, no, I think they need to go over a little bit on each side. And if he wouldn't have done that, I would have been a little bit like concerned about like the placement, and would have been like, it's not ideal, but I like it. I love it, and the fact that he had scooted them over just like strayed from the plan or whatever. It was perfect, because he didn't mark me up before. He didn't mark you up. No, he didn't mark. He took like a Sharpie and went under my chest like this with the Sharpie, and that was all he did. And then the rest was after I was asleep, I guess.
I'm going to be real with you here. And, I'm not a surgeon and I'm not a medical professional.
No,
but
no.
you know, like your results are great. You got drain free, which we were both nervous about, but you're not having any complications or issues, and your healing is much better because of that. Your nipples look great already. It looks like they haven't even been removed from your body. They're totally pink, and I can't see any scarring at all. I'm fucking jealous. I hate you. But this surgeon, it's just like a lot of the things is I'm just not vibing with this guy, you know, like the way that you weren't explained anything, he didn't give you any aftercare instructions, and now the aftercare instructions that you're getting were from the PDF that my surgeon sent me. It's just, you know, like, and like when you were saying how you said when the nurse was, because they weren't talking to you when they came in, and when they came to remove your bolsters, you said that you're gonna tell me what you're doing.
So my when I did that the first time, if you watch our other episode of my pre-op appointment, I was explaining, you know, it's kind of like a little silent, like kind of like a real thick, awkward, tense silenceness, like constantly. And so I told Kayla, like, you know, if we go into this and because I'm excited to see my nipples, like I'm jacked. So if we go into this and they're being silent, I'm gonna be the most friendliest motherfucker you've ever seen. So I was like, all right, we're doing this. So when we went in there, and they called my name back, I saw the nurse that I was going back, and I was like, okay, it's the same lady. And when we went back towards the back, I just started saying, like, she was still very quiet, and I just said, you know, how's it going? How's the day going, or whatever, like trying to like have the conversation start or whatever. You know, and she was like, you know, good. How about yours? Blah, blah, blah. And then the doctor came in and was like, oh, she's gonna take off your bolsters. And I was like, and then I'll come, you know, I'll be right back to check on your results. And so I'm like, okay, this lady is going to be the one taking off my bolsters. Like, that is like, I don't know. I wasn't looking forward to it just because it was so awkward, and
she hadn't been being friendly.
Yeah, and she hadn't been being friendly. And since I was so thankful that my wife was there, because anytime I'm in an uncomfortable situation with a cis woman, I like where I feel like maybe there's some really weird tension, or they're uncomfortable by me, or I don't know what's going on. She's like, she's always good at being like the in between, like coming closer to me. Like in this case, she was coming to take off my nipple bolsters, and it was going to be like a foot away from me. So she was coming over, and I kind of like leaned away from her and was like, okay, look, I need you to go very slow, and I need you to tell me what you're going to do before you do it, because I am anxious. That's just why. And she was like, okay, all right. And then she wasn't really going to explain beforehand. So she explained what she was going to do. And I was like, okay, that sounds good. And she slowly did it on this side. And it was all right. And then it was uncomfortable. It's like cutting, you know, you have to pull out the strings. Like they cut them off, and then they pull out the strings. They missed some. I had to pull some off just the other day. It was gross. But when she came to the other side, Kayla really wanted to see for some reason, and she was like in the corner of the waiting room. And once she switched to the other side, and I was still the whole time trying to think of things to say so we can like keep like talking, like so it's not so awkward. And Kayla came out of her chair all the way up over and was like, "Do you mind if I watch?" And the lady's like, "No, you don't mind." And I don't mind at all. And then they were talking to each other about what she was doing, and it kind of like curved the attention away from what like the awkwardness. So I do still plan to send like a solid email and being like a couple little things, not just about the bedside manner stuff, but like a lot of my discharge, like the discharge paperwork that I did get from the Caremont place. They were really sweet over there. All those people were really, really nice.
Oh, good.
But towards the end, that paperwork that I got was I think the paper that was, what am I trying to think of? Pamphlet. Anyway, the information that they had given me, the stack of papers, was for someone who was getting a breast removed for cancer, from cancer. So there was even a paper in there for like the Cancer Institute number, blah blah blah. When you're first diagnosed with cancer, this is normal to feel blah blah blah. Like
they didn't have like a gender-affirming top surgery pamphlet.
Oh God, no, nowhere.
See what the fuck? Because
there's some a lot of female up in there. Yeah,
they got your gender wrong, even though your legal gender is male.
Yeah. And then when I was checking out for my thing, they never it wasn't switched. Even
they didn't switch, even though you fucking fixed it.
I told them it was on my ID. Yeah. So I've definitely had some awkward experiences there. I do plan on like notifying some people. And doing some digging, in the department, because I want it to be a better experience for the people, because there's already a shit ton of people that are still going to, and like I've been getting DMs on TikTok, and on Instagram, and people being like, hey, I have surgery with him next month, and both times that I was there, I saw someone with like a pride trans flag on their shirt or whatever. So the trans people are going here, and trans people are there getting regular customers from the trans community. And I'm not good at just not saying anything, so I'm gonna say something.
You should say something. If you're gonna benefit off of the trans community, like, you need to be someone worth benefiting from us, like
you need to make people feel comfortable,
right? What the fuck is this bullshit? Like, you weren't given any aftercare instructions. What the fuck? Like, if you didn't have the wherewithal to ask me or look it up, right, you might have been lifting things and pulling things and fucked up your scars by now. Like,
the instructions were nothing like what you got in yours, and that's why mine it seemed like mine were like for the couple days after, and that was it. So it wasn't like for long term, like it wasn't like for the month or whatever. Like, and my appointment with them is 2 weeks away. I've so it's like it's 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I'll check it out and see him again. But I don't know. I will. It's been an interesting situation. Like I said, I'm super happy with my results. But
your results are fucking fantastic.
But I just think I think that he specifically might need to make some changes in the way that the workflow operation, or having anything in the foyer representing anything affirming or anything anywhere in any paper that I received in any point of this experience needs to say something about maybe like it being a safe space. So
right, at least give you a pamphlet about gender affirming top surgery and not double mastectomy due to breast cancer.
Breast cancer. Yeah.
Fuck.
I was like, all right. So
and another thing, that my surgeon did that your surgeon didn't, he marked me before surgery while he went over, had me repeat what the surgery I was getting. So he's sitting in front of me marking me up, and he's like, what surgery are we performing today? And I said a double chest mastectomy with liposuction and free nipple grafts. And he's like, yes, good. Okay. And are you ready to do? And I was like, yes, good. And he's like, I'm just marking where the incisions are going to go. And, I looked at him and I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what these triangles are and what these arrows mean, but sure.
You had a ton of markings up there.
Yeah, I had a lot. But also, I had bigums. So
right.
Maybe they had to cut it in a certain way to get because the skin that's here now used to be up here.
Right.
So maybe because I had triangles. He cut triangles.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
And so I think he had to cut triangles in order to lay down the scar nice and round with what me having all the all the titty that I had.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was so much titty and now it's no titty.
Now there's nothing. Oh, yes. Exactly.
It's so exciting.
I'm loving it. I just wanted to make sure and catch you guys up to date because like I hadn't been able to sit down and talk with you or let you know what's been going on. I
love that we were able to have two different top surgery experiences.
Yes.
Like drain free.
Yeah, versus you having drains.
Yeah, and like what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
I feel.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good now. I think right now I still have some swelling on especially on my one side. But on the other side, it just kind of feels like I've got a little rope along under my skin, along my incision. Feels like there's
a little that rope. Goes away. That goes away pretty quickly.
Right. Yeah, and my
how's do you feel your nipples yet?
I can barely feel them.
Right on. But I can't feel mine at all.
Like I feel like I'm more feeling around the outside of my nipple than my actual nipple.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have like touch sensation, but I do feel pins and needles all over the place. Like constantly against my shirt.
I'm still getting pins and needles.
Yeah.
It's like shooting nerve pain. Yep, they still come. They're still coming back.
Nerves are coming back online.
They said that whole process can take 2 years.
Okay, I see. Yeah. I could see that. It's a lot of reconnecting, a lot of skin to reconnect. But I'll make sure to let you guys know how my next follow-up appointment is, and then we'll probably do a reveal.
Oh, we're not getting the reveal today?
You want to reveal today?
I mean, your nipples look so good, dude. I think maybe we should.
Let's think about this. If you made it to the end of the episode, I mean,
yeah, I feel like you can get some nip at the end if you made it this far.
Okay, just real quick here, like, oh
my God! Look at those nipples. Those nipples have never been removed from your body. I don't care who you are. Oh my God. You look so good.
Thanks, bro.
Even with the swelling. It's so good.
I cannot believe it. I still have a lot of the skin glue. Coming off, and my nipples are here to stay.
Your fucking looks so good.
Thanks so much. I'm in love. I'm constantly just standing there in the mirror, and Kayla just walks by, and it's like, you just flexing? I'm like, yep.
Yeah. That's me.
Just leaning with it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure to tell you guys what's going on. I can't wait till I can stretch like BEAU is right now. And
feels good.
Talk soon about my top surgery, but we'll most likely have an episode beforehand, give you guys a top surgery break. I know it's been a shit ton of top surgery content, but it's just what's happening. So we're just going to tell you what we're doing here.
We're having top surgery.
That's what we're doing. So we're just bringing you along for the ride. Oh, yeah. And BEAU moved. BEAU's got this.
I have a house.
BEAU has a house.
In my own office.
Big office. Nice little spacious office. Soon, I'm sure he'll do a little tour. Let us see later on once it's finito.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Maybe one day we could do a Toke&Trans episode in person.
Oh my God, that would be fire. That would be
so fire.
Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you don't miss that one. It does hit, and we will see you guys in the next episode.
In the next one.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.